Ladies and gentlemen, for a section sponsored by the Accenture Amadeus Alliance, please welcome Accenture's Stephen Ferneyhough, Amadeus IT Group's Guido Haarmann, and Finnair's Maria Lumiaho in a discussion with Skift's Rafat Ali.
Hey everyone, thank you for sticking around. So this is the second panel of a continuation of the conversation that we had in the morning, which was we introduced the concept of digital fatigue. By the way, they put the curtains back and it looks so much more intimate. It's really interesting. I felt like, what just happened? What was I saying? Digital fatigue. So we introduced the concept of digital fatigue, which is consumers looking for immersive physical experiences with digital being more in the background, just sort of the layer that everybody assumes is there but doesn't see. This is a session that builds on it. How can airlines adopt that mentality, and what are the examples that are happening? So we have three very good panelists that are here. I hope they can see their names up there. So Steve, want to open up with you?
Thanks, Rafa. I think it's very interesting. This sort of new major shift in technology that's happening at the moment provides both challenges and opportunities for our travel clients to really give those immersive experiences. I think if we think about really trying to get the technology into the background so we can bring the experiences to the foreground, that's the challenge that we need to do at some sort of speed. We think about a few different examples. One is, for example, a frictionless experience. So when the traveller is going through the journey, we want that to be as frictionless as possible, whether that's at check-in, security, border control, or maybe food and dining, or maybe some of those magic moments we're all trying to create for our customers. We also think about personalization. So if we can really get to know our customers better, either through the data they share with us or through our loyalty programs, we can actually make their life easier because we've got a closer and better understanding of what they really want. And also thinking about real time. If we really want to help our customers through this thing, if we can get the technology behind the scenes to work in real time, so for example, in the event of a disruption, then the customers' lives become a lot easier.
So Guido, in terms of the technology components that Steve discussed, there's a lot of personal data that we're talking about. Obviously, data and data management is becoming a bigger part of companies. Airlines obviously throw out a lot of data. So what's involved in doing this immersive experience from a data perspective?
Yeah, I mean, data management is maybe one of the most mission-critical items in this chain. Yeah? So if you want to manage an end-to-end travel value chain, door-to-door, 360, you need to integrate a lot of data to provide the necessary information. Now, there is no one single ownership of data. It's more an ecosystem of partners who share data. And my personal view is the moment you ring-fence your data, you are losing your position in the ecosystem. So in order to play and manage with data in a reasonable way, you need to earn the trust of the traveler who gives you, in a certain extent, the data. And owning the trust to get the data means you need very carefully manage the value creation around this kind of customer and manage it in a very careful way. The better we do that as an ecosystem kind of society, the more data we can expect, and vice versa. Unfortunately, a couple of examples in the last month don't underline this kind of direction, but we need to focus on the value creation for our customers and to trade that as carefully as possible, and then it will work.
Maria, so obviously Finnair, by the way, your title is one of the most interesting titles I've seen in a while, Head of Digital Service Design, which is a very cool title, I'm sure. Sounds very cool. What does that mean?
We're looking after essentially our service, but focused on the digital channels, but of course we cannot forget the physical environment.
Right.
So
that's your. So from your perspective, from Finnair's perspective, managing the physical experience, obviously being an airline company with digital as the layer, how are you thinking about it? What does it mean for the staff as part of it?
Yeah. So I think at least what you were saying, I think what this is really allowing us to do is that we're starting to be able to create experiences for travelers that are suited and catered really for the individual traveler. So it's really matching to the preferences, the travel preferences that the travelers have, but also their ability to use those technologies and to use them to the extent that they can. And I think that's really where we really start to create new experiences that are very unique and very exclusive, even if you want so.
So example for Finnair for a premium customer, for instance.
Yeah, so of course, some of the things maybe on the digital side would be what we have done is that we're now offering Apple Pay for our customers. So for our mobile application and our mobile website, our customers can now purchase flights as well as auxiliaries with Apple Pay. Now, Apple Pay is available globally for iOS devices for the markets where Apple has implemented this specific payment method. Now, it's very easy with a swipe, Touch ID, side click on your iPhone X. You can authenticate using your facial ID as well. The good thing is also what it provides is that basically the customer doesn't need to fill out any forms anymore. They don't need to fill in, shipping or order information. It's all right there, and we can use all of that. Maybe another example from the sort of physical side would be, and there was this fantastic, I don't know who of you had the opportunity to attend the workshop during the lunch, but Finnair is the first operator in Europe to be operating the A350. Now, with the A350, we have seen a lot of service innovation inside the airline industry. And these service innovations, we've been doing this study because we've been wondering that with the service innovations that come with such a next generation airplane, can we actually ask for a premium price as well? Now, we were interested in the sort of consecutive valuation of our customers, so the ones that have actually experienced in traveling inside the A350. The service innovation inside the A350s, for the ones that don't know, include bigger windows, better seats, better in-flight entertainment system, better food, ambient lighting, but also 20%. It's 20% more fuel efficient. Now, our customers, it has shown that our customers are willing to pay premium for those experiences. And of course, the ones that really guide are the sort of personal comfort components, so the seat and the in-flight entertainment system, but also the fuel efficiency for the ones that are willing to pay that premium price is really important.
So Steve, you have some other examples as well?
Yeah, a couple of examples. One is, which we're learning a lot from with Carnival Cruise Line. They've got an ocean program, which basically gives all of the guests on the cruise ship a medallion. This medallion is an Internet of Things device. They wear it on a wristband usually, and it allows Carnival to understand where they are at all points on the ship. In addition to this, they have a compass on their phone, and they can interact with the ship and the crew in an entirely different way. This means that they can have more seamless customer experience, and all the sort of friction and pain points you might get, which might be something simple like boarding a ship or ordering your meal or trying to work out what restaurant to go to, or in particularly ordering your experiences, become very, very friction-free. The result of that is, in the first few cruises we've done with this new technology, the promoter scores of the passengers has gone super high, but also the ability for them to spend more time and effort enjoying the other things that the cruise lines want to do with them, I think gets greater. So that's a fantastic example. We're also working in the aviation industry with the World Economic Forum on the known digital identity, and this is a great initiative to basically use some new technology, with cybersecurity, with blockchain, to try to find a way to see if customers will be willing to give their data in advance to some agencies as part of their journey to enable them to go more seamlessly through the airport. So with the World Economic Forum in Canada, we're going to do some pilots with these guys, and the idea for us is to see if we can get that whole journey and that whole experience to be much more smooth and seamless.
Guido, you have some more examples from your side?
Yes, absolutely. So I expect a revolution coming relatively soon in the field of passenger mass disruption management. So how to manage disruptions with hundreds of passengers within seconds. Now, we Amadeus know how to handle with data for 3 decades. Our DNA is managing big data in a structured way at scale. So what we did, we developed a solution, by the way, together with Swiss a couple of months ago, which allows to automatically rebook an aircraft with 100 passengers within 20 seconds. Imagine you have this capability, and by the way, the real use case has been 3 weeks ago, when we had this big strike in Germany, where Lufthansa rebooked 900 flights with 100,000 passengers in less than two hours, 85% fully automatically. The remaining 15% has been ons and Sinatras and something like that. So imagine you take this kind of solution capability and put some artificial intelligence capabilities on top of it, and links this directly with the customer, through chatbots and other kind of capabilities that allows an immediate flow of information direct in the benefit of the customer. And it's already happening.
Well, thank you. So one of the things we've learned over the last 2 sessions that we interconnected is essentially that the merging of physical and digital not only is happening, but that then allows sort of new imaginations to work into coming up with whole new types of experiences for airlines, for the travel industry. So thank you again for your time. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.